Good morning and welcome to another video. Hi, hello, if you're new here, my name is Crystal Lee, the creator of this channel, and we do 3 things on this channel. A little bit about, like almost 4, but 3 main things, and today is one of them, which is a Wednesday, what we reading Wednesday. So we talk about books that we like, that we don't like, that we read, that we want to read, and any other book-ish video are on Wednesdays. But on Mondays we do Moody Monday, where you never know what video you're going to get from me, but you always get a video. And then Fridays, where I talk about my alternative living in a van. Currently, we're outside of Barnes & Noble in the most vulnerable position I've ever been in, because I parked where the entrance of, like, essentially the van, like the side, is to the highway. Anyone can see me. It is what it is. I wanted to quickly do this intro so we can just get into it and start reading. So today, we're doing a finish every book I'm in the middle of read, which when I first started off reading, I always said, oh, I would never do multiple books at once. I would only read one book and then complete it and then call it a day. I'm in the middle of 3 different books. One because I read one at the gym, the other one I read sparsely, and another one I've been reading sparsely. But there's 3 books I'm in the middle of that I want to finish. And the first one is A Love Like the Sun. This is a Friends to Lovers book, but I was told that it is the most beautiful feet-kicking book ever, and I can see it. I can see the vision, but I'm not there yet. Also because Friends to Lovers just, oh, there's a whole person on the thingy. I didn't know that man was up there fixing a light. Anyway, Friends to Lovers for me has always been a little weird. I had a friend that had secret feelings for, so Friends to Lovers is always weird to me. And there's always some people who get hurt because the friends can't admit they're lovers, and so they have these other relationships of people they don't care about, and they end up hurting people because of it, which sucks. I'm all for love. So A Love Like the Sun so far is so cute. We're following pretty much the perspective of Lanaya. She has a business with her mom. It's failing. Isaac is a famous internet person who decides to use his fame to help the business grow by saying that he's in a relationship with Lanaya. They have been best friends since they were little, and this could cause some turmoil in the relationship, but business is booming now. People are wondering how they came to be. Is the love real? So on and so forth. And as this happens, mind you, Isaac did it without Lanaya knowing. As this is going on, Lanaya is trying to ask herself, oh, this is weird. These captions are weird. These photos are strange. Are these feelings he's had before? Are these things he's wanted to say before, he just hasn't, and this is just the opportunity? And she's also going through her own emotions as well. So we get to see all that play out. I'm 100 pages in, question mark? Maybe 90 pages in? I think I'm 100 pages in. We have about 250 pages left to go. I'm gonna go to Barnes & Noble, pee, because I've been holding my pee in for a good 2 hours now. And we're going to read this, have a warm cup of something, and then get our day going. If any of this today sounds intriguing to you, or anything that I do on Monday or Friday sounds interesting and you want to stick around for that, hit subscribe. I would love to have you in the family. I would love to grow this channel to a big community of people finding peace and playfulness in life in a time of in a time of turmoil, basically. And if you don't, that's fine. You will see me pop up again, I promise you. But okay, let's head inside and drain our bladder. For every 1 book I finish, I add 5 more to my TBR. There's just so many good books to read. So I remembered that I have a $50 gift card to this place, and so I'm gonna buy at least 2 books. I have 3 books in mind. I'm gonna buy at least 3 books. One of them is this one that I just passed by, and passed by when I walked in. Which albums twice. A novel. This novel is a stunning love story that dares to explore how our unchecked desires might mean losing what we had all along. Mitch Albom wrote the book that I love, The People You Meet in Heaven, The 5 People You Meet in Heaven, which is just a story about this man passing away and meeting 5 people who he impacted, or they impacted him somehow that he didn't know, and how choices he made played out for him, and then after death. and I love that concept so much. And Mitch Albom is an amazing writer, and I want to read more of his books, but I kind of want to cite though because I know, yeah, because I love a timey-wimey love story, and this is a timey-wimey love story. But while everyone in the world must suffer the consequences of their actions, I can undo mine and try again. Not endless chances. Not endless chances, mind you. I can't keep messing up and wiping the slate clean. Can't take the same test 100 times. Twice. I get 2 shots at everything. This book is $27. That's all my money is. If you undo a love, that person can never fall in love with you again. I want to read this. And not for $27. Sorry, $25. Okay, I grabbed this book to talk about it, but I decided to stop and record when people aren't, and I'm in the Toni Morrison section, which I think is so relevant. I want to read this, not ready. I'm pretty sure one of these is a duology with, what did I read? No. Why am I forgetting the book now? Sula, there we go. One of these is a duology with Sula, and I'm not sure which one it is. I think it's Love, but I know The Bluest Eyes is going to wreck me. Beloved is going to wreck me. I probably should read it just for, like, to say that I did, because again, the movie wrecked me. But anyway, I grabbed this book because, one, Bel Canto was a bookstore that I went to in California, but also I saw it when I went to Mount Laurel and had like a day out in that video, and I was like, Bel Canto keeps coming up, and then I see it again, and I think I might get this one, pretty much because it's not $25. Somewhere in South America, at the home of the country's vice president, a lavish birthday party is being held in honor of the powerful businessman, Mr. Hosokawa. Roxanne Koss, opera's most revered soprano, has mesmerized the international guests with her artistry. It is a perfect evening until a band of gun-wielding guerrillas takes the entire party hostage, but what begins as a panicked, life-threatening scenario slowly evolves into something quite different. A moment of great beauty, and hostages forge unexpected bonds, and people from different continents become really intimate friends and lovers. I don't know, it just keeps coming up, so I think I'm gonna just... There was another book that I wanted to read that I walked in here and I saw it up front. It's no longer up front. I think it's called Alchemized. This shit is $35. And it's thick as fuck. This is a weapon. Dual use. Hello, hi, we're back in our home. And we are at work because we have like 30, maybe 40 something minutes before we have to go to work. But I need to tidy up some stuff, pick out my lunch for the day and snacks. And I needed some time to do that, so I got to work early. We got about 50 pages into A Love Like the Sun, 50 pages more into Love Like the Sun. And honestly, I know they're in love with each other. I'm trying to figure out the 3 bad things that could happen right now. I'm not gonna spoil them. Okay, is that spoiling them? If I say jealousy, health issue, miscommunication. Let's put that out there. Oh, not miscommunication, lies. Just lies. So Waylon and Isaac is so cute, and just the way their interactions are explained, even just the way their friendship is explained, is so beautiful and so cute and so feet-kicking. Loving and protective and open and creative and fun. And I'm just like, yes. Whose voice do I hear? I hear a man's voice and I hate it. And it just, I think reading this book at this time is like the perfect time for me. Months ago, basically in July, I was talking about my friends and how I really, really, really am in love with my friends, and they definitely are my soulmates. And if I were looking for someone to intimately date, like have an intimate relationship with, they would be my friends. The only difference is I can kiss this person and fuck this person. Like, that's literally the only difference. It's copy paste add. And seeing the friendship and potential relationship with Isaac and Lanaya is just so cute and just perfect for this moment, because I just need that reminder to know what I want and what I don't want, and how I want to accept love in my life, and how I want to be loved and be cared for. And I'm never gonna, and this is me projecting like I always do. If you're new here, hi, I project a lot of my feelings onto books, and I see it in the perspective in which I have, which is what we all do. But just so you know. Thinking about my partner in regards to friendship and how I see it playing out in the book, it's just kind of like, yes, everything needs to be built, but who a person is to their core is who they are, you know? Anyway, so, my battery's dying. We're gonna do this quick. All this, I got this one. I bought Mother Hunger because I got it from the library because it's part of my curriculum. It's part of my personal curriculum, but the library says I can't renew it and somebody else wants it. So I decided to buy my own. Also, I can write in here and do everything and note in here, and I wanted to do that. So I used that to get I used my gift card on these 2 books. When I got my coffee, I ended up getting this book. It's Long Live Evil. It's time for your villain era. It's time for your villain era. A tale for anyone who has ever fallen for the villain. I'm not gonna read anything else because I don't have the battery to read anything else. And then the other day, I also got this book, Pumpkin Spice and Everything Nice, because I haven't really read a fall book since fall started mere weeks ago. So I got this. These both were $5 purchases at the Barnes & Noble Cafe. So anytime you go to Barnes & Noble Cafe, that is Starbucks, but not really Starbucks. I don't know what Starbucks and Barnes & Noble have in their relationship, like what situationship they got going on, but it's Starbucks, but it's not Starbucks. But every time you purchase something from that Starbucks that's not Starbucks, there's an option to get a book for $5, and I got this one yesterday. That's one today, and I think I may do a book about, I may do a video about reading the $5 books from the Barnes & Noble Cafe. I don't know, I might. I'm gonna go get some food, eat some food, set myself up for the day, and I'll see you later. It's a brand new day, and we're not done with I love Like the Sun, but this is my walking book. So I was watching a creator, and she says that I was watching this one creator, I think her name is Kalia, I think it's Kalia, and she was saying how she has a book just for when she goes to the gym and goes walking. So this has been my book to go walking at the gym with. And it helps that it's a mystery thriller with murder, and it's the only one left. It's about a triple homicide that happened in 1929, and there was only one person left after the murder, but they couldn't prove that person who was left after the murders was the murderer. We have a nurse named Kit who goes to take care of Lenora, which is the lady who was left, or the girl who was left after the murders, who people thought did it, but there was no proof. So it's been really good. I have 30 pages left, and I alternate my gym days where one day I walk, one day I lift, and tomorrow's a lift day. So I'm not going to be able to finish this tomorrow, but I want to finish it now. So I'm going to go ahead into Paris Baguette, get a drink, get some hot water, because I want to eat my oatmeal in there, but I do want to be a patron. So I want to get a coffee, and then I want to get hot water for my oatmeal and eat my oatmeal and have my coffee in there and finish this. I have 30 pages left, question mark? 50 pages left. I'm at the part where things are getting revealed. And this is my first Riley Sager book. I was gifted this book by a friend, and I just took so long to read it. And this is my second mystery thriller. Let's go with third. The first one was The First Lie Wins. Second one is The Fury, and then there's this. All suggested to me by someone else, because it's not something I go for myself, so I have to be suggested it. I'll 4. I'm gonna say 4 because Beware the Woman was kind of like mystery thriller as well. So I'm gonna say 4, and Beware the Woman was a book I chose all by myself. So, but the other 3 were suggested to me. So we're gonna go finish that. It's cold, and by cold I mean it's just windy. If there was no wind, this would be a perfect day. Good morning, it's a brand new day. I finished The Only One Left, and Riley Sager, you had a meal, you ate. No, I think it was a really good book. I gave it 5 stars. One of the reasons being, I couldn't guess the ending. I did, but only when we were like a page before the reveal. I was like, all right, Krista, that's a little too easy. So I couldn't guess the ending and all the plot twists. But it was so great, although like I knew some of it, but some of it was crazy. It was just like, I kept thinking that a lot of the characters weren't important. And to an extent, one of the characters, he was just there for like blame or whatever. But it was really nice that all of our characters had meaning and there was a reason why they were in the plot. That was great. Nobody was introduced that was not important, and that was really good. I enjoyed it. So that made it really hard to guess the plot, and it was interesting the entire time. It's definitely a book that I could have sat and read all like in like one day, like I used to before life took over. But since I was reading it only to walk on the treadmill, I was like really excited to walk on the treadmill because I was reading that book and I wanted to see what was happening. The final 50 pages I definitely read in the cafe. I was like, fuck all that. There's 2 days before I have to walk again. So that means there's 2 days I have to wait to finish this. No, I finished it in the cafe because I couldn't wait. And it was just really good. I really enjoyed it. I feel like I say that after every thriller mystery that I read. I want to read more, and then I just don't. But it was really good. Immediately after finishing The Only One Left, I moved back onto this book. I think, where are we? I think I have about 100 pages left in this book. So yeah, I have less than 100 pages left in this book. And by less than 100 pages, I literally mean like 94. We all know that with Friends to Lovers, at some point the friends hook up, and we're at the point, after the point where they hooked up, and now it's time for shame and regret. It makes sense for the pattern of the storyline to go to shame and regret after finally giving in to your desires of this person that you've known for a long time. So I literally stopped reading after they passed out, and we're gonna pick up where they're waking up with each other, and we get to figure out what's happening. But besides that messy stuff, the love that Isaac has for Lanaya is crazy. It's crazy. It's beautiful. He just is bad at communicating. He's not bad at communicating it. He's afraid to communicate it. And she couldn't communicate if her life depended on it. She couldn't say a damn thing of her. She's way too much in her head. Which, fair girl. She's way too much in her head. She's way too much. Like, every step she takes, every move she makes, she's in her head. And then, after making this big proclamation and show of love, not them sleeping together, something else I'm not going to say, she went back in her shell. And I was like, ooh, girl, hurry up. Sorry, that's book abuse. It's crazy how it's like a step ahead, 10 steps back, a huge step ahead, and then 35 steps back. I'm just like, ooh, girl. So the push and pull was crazy. The slow burn is ridiculous because we have 100 pages left. What's going to happen in those 100 pages? Since you got your degree and you know what's going to happen? We have a couple hours before, we have 4 hours before we have to go to work. I want to go into Barnes & Noble and like look at my schedule a bit, because this week is going to be like a head down editing week, because I have like 6 videos to edit, because I filmed 6, which is really nice to be ahead by 2 weeks. But they're all really long videos. I'm going to do that, and then we're going to continue reading. I came back inside my van to finish reading. 60 pages left to read, and I have an hour and a half before work. An hour and 40 minutes to read 68 pages. I'm a slow reader. It usually takes me 30 pages, an hour to read 30 pages. This book is easy to read, so I doubt that it's going to take me more than an hour to read the last 68 pages. Also, it's the last 68, so it goes by fast because the plot thickens and gives you a heart attack before it releases. But also, I want to come back in my van and read because it's getting to a part where I know I'm gonna cry. Because here's the thing. One of my favorite Taylor Swift songs is Lover, from the obviously Lover album. It's just a beautiful song. When I first heard it, I believe I was in college. When I first heard it, I was just like, this is a beautiful... Was I in college? I'm sorry. Hold on. I think I was in college. So I wasn't in college. I wasn't in college. This was 2 years after college. When the Lover album came out. But the song Lover, it's one of my favorite songs from that album. And the last couple chapters that I was reading... Okay, I'm just going to tell you. Last couple chapters I was reading... Okay, so chapter 42, the title of it is Can I Go Where You Go? As soon as I read that, and I started singing the song in my head. And then they're talking about how Taylor Swift's Lover is playing in the car while they're driving. And the next chapter after that is can we always be this close? Because the lyrics are, can I go where you go? Oh, can we always be this close? Oh, and it's like forever and ever. And then the next one is forever and ever. And the next chapter is forever. I wonder if it keeps going. I'm not gonna look. But reading the chapters, knowing that song, I love that song, and then seeing how they're currently at the plot where their relationship is evolving, it's like so cute, and I'm gonna cry because it's so cute. And it's crazy because I can see myself in both Isaac and Lanaya, but I'm more of an Isaac person. I'm more of a heart on the sleeve, knew my feelings from the very beginning, just kind of waiting. I have always been the one for anything to like fall in love first, because I'm probably guarded with I'm probably guarded with how I communicate my feelings, or I used to be. Whereas now I'm much more open. But I was telling my friend, and I forget, but I was telling my friend that I'm kind of always 10 steps ahead. Feeling wise or other, I'm always 10 steps ahead. Like, I know things before anyone else knows things, and I feel things before anyone else can acknowledge how they feel. It's like, I was telling Nestor and Steven, and I was just like, it sucks sometimes that I have to just wait till people to come to that conclusion, or wait for them never to come to that conclusion. But I feel Isaac. I feel him. I wish I was more like Lanaya and had someone like Isaac coming after me or falling in love with me, but it's not that case, and it's perfectly fine. But I know I'm going to cry because it's just like their love is just so cute. The way that everything is developing is so cute and intense. Let's read. And I also have snacks. I have peanut butter crackers, fruit snacks, and I also have one of these pumpkin Snickers left over because I only ate one the other day, which pat me on my back because self-control.
I remember it was those brown eyes. It took my heart by surprise. Could this be real? Because I dreamt you a chapter that I turned. Too good to be true was the way you made me feel. Yeah, I needed you. I hope you can see. You made me complete, baby. I've searched high and low.
I think it's coming, a bigger love confession. We're 8 pages away from the end of the book, and I know it's about to be a humongous love confession. Everyone, hold on to your hearts. Can't see the words through my tears. You know what? God, okay. Got the camera. I'm just alone with these feelings for like a little bit. It's a brand new day, but I'm still destroyed. I thought about that book and the ending of the book throughout the entire day, and this morning, and throughout this day. It was cute. It was beautiful. It was romantic. It was. I wouldn't say like dramatized. I think that kind of love that was in that book between Lanaya and Isaac is definitely real. I've never experienced it. I want to. So I would say everything is like pretty much there's no crazy like there weren't any crazy scenes that were like okay, but it was very beautiful, very loving. I don't know if I think I said this at the beginning, but like very much on par with how I've been feeling, because like if you have watched a lot of my videos, you know I talk about love and relationships. I've never been in a relationship ever before, but I have an idea of what I would like it to look like and feel like, and that book just kind of like brought it to life. I was like, yeah, no, I want a love like the sun. And I knew in going in to read this book it was going to rock me a little bit, but I didn't know it was gonna rock me that much. It was so cute and so beautiful. I think the tears were for the plot for sure, but also for me because like I think when when I think about things that I want and I see them in small tangible ways, I know that I can have them. It's just not here with me yet. So it made me cry because I'm like, oh, I can't wait to have a love like this. And I had a third book that I was going to read in this video. It was going to be Pride and Prejudice, which is like a very like another romantic book, but I think I want to end this video on a high, so I'm going to end the video here. If you read The Only One Left or Love Like the Sun, please let me know in the comments down below, and if you want to read them, please let me know in the comments down below. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm not doing any of the books justice with how I feel like I'm not doing A Love Like the Sun justice, but like for me to talk about it, I have to dissect each part of it and spoil it. So I don't want to spoil it, so I'll just say that it was the best romantic book I've read in a while, and it's up there with the mixtape and Between Friends and Lovers. So do with that what you will, but I'm gonna leave you here. I love you, I am grateful for you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.